Who's leading this morning? Ben? Did we lose Ben?
Yeah,
Looks
Ben
like-
we lost him for half a second. He's probably hopping back in.
All right, Peter, you're leading today.
You've already got the you've already got the mic. Take it away, brother.
Okay, what's the subject? I didn't even look at. Does anybody know after action?
Gratitude. The grateful
again?
gains. Grateful
Huh?
gains, AM. Gratitude is essential.
Gratitude. That's beautiful. Now, when you hear the word gratitude, what's the first thing that shows up in your mind? Anyone? Go ahead, unmute yourself and just speak. Yep.
So may I say what when the word gratitude shows up, I think that it displaces anger and frustration and me, and it's more expansive. That is what happens.
Beautiful. Reverend, go ahead. Reverend Michael.
I think it's in the word. It's grateful attitude.
Ah. Ooh.
Your positivity and love. What is working is what I hear.
Beautiful. Go ahead, since you're leading the conversation, Ben.
Yes, thank you. So my Wi-Fi went down right as I was about to open, and I'm so grateful for the team here and community. So good morning. Welcome to the Morning Rush. This is the morning empowerment call for busy entrepreneurs, heart-centered executives. And if you're here, you're part of the change. So thank you for being here. We are talking about the science of getting rich. Is my audio coming in? Just doing a check.
Yes. Good.
All right. I'm moving. I tried to take you all outside today and it didn't work. Abundance is everywhere, but it may not look like what we think it does. So the science of getting rich, the book we're looking at is 5 steps, 5 clear things of how we can get rich in our life. And it's not just about money. It's about having more of what we want in our life. And there's something that the author talks about so beautifully, and that's gratitude. You may have heard this 100,000 times. Oh, that woo-woo stuff. Yeah, practice more gratitude. Well, there's a reason the book is called The Science of Getting Rich. We're actually looking at the science of gratitude. There is a science of how the brain works and neuroplasticity and the thoughts we choose. Our thoughts create our words, create our world. We talked about that the other day. Literally, the thoughts you entertain create the words that you say, create the world that you see. And as Reverend Michael Long said it so beautifully on our podcast yesterday, we are the projections of the projection. We are the projectors of the projections of our life. We are the projectors of the projections of our life. So everything you see is a projection. Your brain is creating that. We can only see one still point at a time, and everything else your brain makes up around it. So if we're projecting all of this, it's kind of a big joke for the universe. We're literally projecting everything in our life. So if we're that powerful, then what can we start to do with gratitude? Gratitude actually has us see more of what's working. It attracts energetically, as we're energetic beings, it attracts more of what we want into our life. It trains our brain, it trains our body, it trains our mind, it trains the universe, and it trains everyone in our life that we want more of this. The body knows somatically. You've heard me say, always be celebrating. When you celebrate, you actually somatically solidify what is working. And if you're choosing chaos and you're like, yes, chaos, that's probably what you're going to get more of. Anytime I open my bank account, and I've even earned 1 penny, 1 cent, I get a check from the Screen Actors Guild, from having done Law and Order 20 years ago. I get $3 every 6 months. And every time that check comes in, I go, yes, I got paid for acting 20 years ago. I'm still making money. Let's go. That tells the universe more of that. I'm not like, oh God, $3. Forget the acting industry. I'm done. No, can you hear it? And that could, I've had that thought before. It can be that simple. So we're talking about the science of getting rich. So who has a beautiful gratitude practice? Anything they want to share? Christina, are you here with us yet? Money Coach Chris, when she's back, she's going to share an awesome tool that she has. But anyone has a gratitude practice that is working for them, raise your hand. I see some hands coming in. And one thing I want to say real quick, when I started doing recovery work on mental health, one of the most incredible things and the things I hated to hear the most was to start to write down what I'm grateful for each morning. Because you're like, how's that going to change my life? But literally, as you start to write it down, you start to create it in the world. We've got lots of hands. All right, we're going to take a couple and then go into the breakout room shortly after that. CISO, come on in. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. So one of the practices that I have for my team, just to give you everybody here in solar sales, door to door. One of the practices that I have is Friday Why Day. And if you guys haven't established or understand what your why and your passion is, that's a very big starting point. But what I have them do is every Friday, I have them take out their phones and send a text message of gratitude to someone that they love or they appreciate that they haven't shown appreciation to as of late. And what that does is in fostering an environment and in a relationship where vulnerability and appreciation can be shared and creating a bond or strengthening a bond that maybe needed some help. And then you'll see the reciprocity come from that, where other people are doing the same and they're checking in on you now. So that's one of the habits that I instill in my team.
I love that, CISO. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with you. It's great to see you in the morning rush. Welcome back. Love the new facial hair edition. Jordan, come on in.
That was very great, CISO. And one thing I do every single morning, as soon as I wake up, the first thing I do is pray. Thank you, Father, for waking me up, because we take for granted how much it takes to just wake up. Like, tomorrow is promised to no man, and just being grateful. The first thing you do is be grateful for existing in this place. And that's my plane landing it.
Wow, Jordan, your sharing's getting so powerful and poignant. Yes, that's such a beautiful practice. Tomorrow is not promised, and every day is an opportunity. So to start to be thankful just for waking up is a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for sharing that, Jordan.
One more thing. One of my brothers yesterday, my 6-year-old brother Caleb, he was like, he went up to my mom and he said, he's like, tomorrow I'm gonna pray the first thing I wake up. And then my other brother made a giant sword and he called it the sword of God or Hayat. And he I made it like a analogy. I was like, if you pray first thing in the morning, then the Father will protect you the rest of the day. Like a sword.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for passing that on to our youth and to your brothers and sisters and family in our community today. That's so beautiful. Mama T, come on in, Tavia.
Mama T. Something I was doing and I had stopped, and I will start today because I am putting myself on accountability. Writing every day 12 things that you're grateful for. And it's a little bit harder because you can do 3. Oh, I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for my car. I'm grateful for this. But 12 things makes you dig a little deeper because you get past that first three, that first four, and it was from a book called Girl Wash Your Face or something like that. And she's literally, I have a little notebook and you have to write 12 things, and it makes you really dig deep and start thinking about your day. Like, I am so grateful that someone passed me, or they let me pass in traffic, and it helped me get on to my day. So when you start doing that, now you are working harder to see the goodness and be grateful for the things that's happening, but also you start looking for it the next day because you're more aware now. So then it's really no time to be like, this day sucks, or man, that guy did this to me, and here or there. It makes you start looking forward to those things. Then what I found it the other day, and I was like, oh my goodness. So I started looking and I'm like, oh wow, look at this gratitude journal. And it's just a little flip book, and I'm like looking through the 12 things. So like 12 things on different pages, like daily. That's a lot of, I mean, there's so much more, but that makes you kind of like, oh wow, I forgot. Yeah, it's good to be grateful on those days when you really feel sucky, like this morning's felt like. So I am grateful for TMR, and I'm thankful for everything that you guys do. Landing my plane or my boat.
Thank you, Tavia. And I also love that you wrote it down. That's something we kept talking about yesterday. Are you actually writing it down? So the author Waddles also says it's important to take action, right? It's one thing to be grateful, but to take action. So Miss Brooks, I'll let you come in quickly, and then we're going to go into the breakout rooms. What do you have to say about gratitude?
For me, I have two very young boys who are on the autism spectrum. So I usually watch a lot of these videos that help with verbalizing stuff. And there's one song that I found that they have for my sons that I literally sing it every day now because it's such a simple song. It's called Thank You. And the lyrics literally it just thanks you for everything. It's like, I'm thankful for the flowers, I'm thankful for the trees, I'm thankful for the fruit, I'm thankful for the leaves, I'm thankful for my friends, I'm thankful for my family. And it's like it just keeps going on. And then the whole chorus is like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I sing that every day to kind of keep, the gratitude.
That's beautiful. Thank you for that upgrade. Thank you. That was
I have
something
one
I
more
was
thing,
talking.
Ben.
Yes.
When Jordan told me about something about writing it down, it's like it's something that he learned about one of his car guys. If you can't write it down, if you can't literally put in words, it doesn't exist. So I just wanted to kind of put that in there. Like if you can't write it down, it's literally it's like a butterfly fart. It's nothing in the air. So, and that's it.
Can I give
Thank you.
everybody a tool real quick? That's
Real
something that I
quick,
found
and then we're going to go
helpful.
into the rooms to share all of these things that you're sharing and come back out to do the same thing. So, CISO,
No
come
worries.
on in quickly.
I suck at journaling. Text yourself. It's a cool way to keep accountability and have access to journal.
Thank you, CISO. And I'm going to challenge you and say, as you're creating that you suck, consider you're not giving a chance to be good. So you could try on today, I'm awesome at journaling, or I'm new to journaling, as my guitar teacher said. This is, instead of it's hard, this is unfamiliar, right? So just maybe a muscle that's not exercised for you. And when you write, literally on paper, texting is great, typing is great, but there's something somatically that happens in your brain. There's a programming and a science when you use your hand and your mind. So that's why we're going to put all our hands in the air for a second, get out of our heads, into our bodies, hands together, and we're going to teleport into our breakout rooms. So you're going to share one thing, upgrade in your gratitude practice this week.